You believe your mind is the problem? It is not. Your breath betrays you first. Before anger rises, before fear takes shape, before panic becomes visible, your breathing changes, shallow, fast, unconscious, and then you say, I lost control, but control was lost earlier, in silence, in your lungs. What if the gateway to mastering your mind is not thought, but breath? You live in constant stimulation, noise, deadlines, opinions, notifications. Your body never truly settles. You wake up and immediately reach for your phone. Your chest tightens before your feet touch the ground. A message arrives. Your pulse shifts. An argument begins. Your breathing shortens. A mistake happens. You inhale sharply. You think your reactions are mental. They are physiological. The breath accelerates. The heart follows. The mind obeys. Most people try to control their thoughts directly. They argue with them, suppress them, distract themselves from them. But thoughts are fast. Breath is slower. And what is slower can govern what is fast. You say you want composure, but you have never trained the mechanism that creates it. This is not discipline. In Zen monasteries, students sit in zazen for hours, not chasing enlightenment, watching the breath. Inhale, exhale, again and again. The mind wanders, they return to the breath. The body aches, they return to the breath. Emotion rises, they return to the breath. Over time, something subtle happens. They discover the breath is not just air, it is an anchor. The samurai understood this long before modern psychology did. On the battlefield, panic kills faster than steel. When two warriors faced each other, the one whose breath fractured was already losing. Slow breath, steady gaze, still body. The strike begins long before the sword moves. Inhale slowly. Let that line sit inside you. Because this is the reframe. You do not control the mind directly. You regulate the breath. And the mind follows. Anger is accelerated breathing. Fear is interrupted breathing. Anxiety is shallow breathing. Calm is deliberate breathing. You have experienced this before. When you receive shocking news, you gasp. When you cry, your breathing convulses. When you relax deeply, your breath becomes long. Emotion shapes breath. But breath can shape emotion. Breath is the lever of the nervous system. This is not mysticism, it is mechanism. When you slow your exhale, your body signals safety. When the body feels safe, the mind reduces alarm. When alarm reduces, clarity returns. Consider this. Someone insults you publicly. Your chest tightens. Your breath becomes shallow. Heat rises. At that moment, you have two options: react or breathe. If you respond without regulating your breath, you are responding from agitation. But if you inhale slowly, pause, and extend the exhale, something shifts. The emotional surge weakens. The mind regains authority. Control the breath. Control the response. This is where true discipline begins. Not in speeches, not in declarations, in respiration. Try this in imagination. You are about to send an angry message. Your fingers hover above the screen. Pause. Inhale through the nose for 4 counts. Hold briefly. Exhale slowly for 6. Do it again and again. By the 3rd breath, the urgency changes. By the 5th, your words soften. The situation did not change. Your physiology did. The untrained person lives at the mercy of impulses. Impulse is fast. Breath is slower. Whoever governs the slower rhythm governs the outcome. In traditional Japanese martial training, movement was synchronized with breath. Exhale with the strike, inhale with the recovery. Why? Because breath stabilizes force. Without breath control, power becomes erratic. With breath control, power becomes precise. Still breath. Steady mind. Notice the sequence. Not steady mind first. Still breath first. Anxiety about the future. Breath becomes high in the chest, shallow, rapid. And the mind interprets this as danger. You sit at home, safe. Yet your body behaves as if hunted. Your breath is telling your brain something is wrong, so the brain searches for threats and finds them. But when you intentionally slow your breathing, lengthen the exhale, and relax the diaphragm, the message changes, safety, and the brain adjusts accordingly. Imagine walking into a high-pressure meeting. Most enter already tense, their breathing quick, their shoulders tight. They try to appear confident, but internally, they are unstable. Now, imagine someone else. Before entering, they stand still. Inhale slowly, exhale longer. 3 times, their heart rate lowers, their voice deepens, their posture stabilizes. Who appears more powerful? The one who controlled the breath. Power is often invisible. It is not loud. It is regulated. In moments of fear, your instinct is to escape, but the disciplined individual remains. Not because fear disappears, because breath stabilizes it. You feel the surge. You breathe through it. You do not suppress it. You guide it. Breathe before you decide. This single rule can prevent years of regret. Before quitting, before arguing, before confessing anger, before walking away. Breathe. Return to ancient warriors for a moment. Before battle, they practice controlled breathing to slow the heart. A rapid heart reduces precision. A calm heart enhances perception. Tunnel vision narrows with panic. Breath widens awareness. When your breathing slows, your perception expands. You notice more. You react less. You choose deliberately. Think about your most regrettable reactions. Harsh words, impulsive decisions, emotional outbursts. In each of those moments, how was your breathing? Fast, tight, unstable. You were not thinking clearly because your physiology was unstable. Control the breath. You interrupt the chain, breath, emotion, reaction. Insert discipline at the first link. This is why mental toughness is not loud. It is rhythmic. Calm individuals often have one visible trait. Their breathing barely changes under pressure. They feel intensity, but their respiration remains steady. And because of that, their decisions remain sharp. Calm is trained, not gifted. You do not wake up composed. You practice it daily, in small irritations, in small inconveniences, traffic, delays, criticism. Each is an opportunity. Instead of reacting, you breathe, slowly, deeply, deliberately. Over time, you create space between stimulus and response. That space is power. Without it, you are mechanical. With it, you are sovereign. Breath is always available. It does not require equipment. It does not require privacy. It requires awareness and choice. Imagine yourself years from now, not reactive, not impulsive, but measured. When pressure enters the room, others shift. You do not. Your breathing remains steady. Your gaze remains clear. Your voice remains grounded. And people feel it. Not because you dominate, because you are regulated. Before mastering complex philosophies, before attempting emotional transcendence, master this. Inhale slowly. Exhale longer. Again and again. Until the breath obeys you instead of the other way around. So, now ask yourself, when the next wave of emotion rises, will your breath control you, or will you control it?